All right, today I want to talk to you about your superpower. Now, everyone has different superpowers, and most people don't even realize what they are or how to leverage other people's superpowers. And so I'm going to show you guys a secret way that I do this through personality profiling. Now, there's a lot of different personality tests out there. My favorite one and one of the most simple ones is called the DISC profile. In fact, I doodled out DISC right here, D-I-S-C. This is the kind of my cheat sheet to help me understand exactly what it is, and so I can remember it really quickly when I meet people. And so this is something really powerful. We literally use this every single day, and when you understand it, it's gonna help you understand more about yourself, but also more about the people you're surrounding yourself with. So with that said, I'm gonna jump into what the DISC profile is, and then I'm gonna show you how to figure out what your superpower is based on that. Sound good? Okay, so the first thing in the DISC profile is the D. The D stands for dominance, okay? Typically someone who's a high D is someone who's got a lot of energy. They're the people who are like usually running the show. Usually in a lot of entrepreneurial companies, the entrepreneur is the high D. They're the person who's driven, they're motivated, they're the ones who are pushing things forward constantly.
You be ferocious! You be relentless!
Now the downside about D is a lot of times someone who's a really high D, sometimes they just run over people. Again, that's something that's super powerful in a company, but you have to also be careful because sometimes it's gonna hurt a lot of people along the way. The next one here is I, and I stands for influence. And a lot of times when I think about I think about an influencer, right? People who are high I's, they love to be on camera, they love to be on stage, they want the show to they want people to look at them. They also really want people to like them.
I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.
A lot of times people who are high I's are also people pleasers. So you'll notice every one of these, there's like a positive and negative at every single one of these traits. All right, and the number 3 then is the S, and the S stands for steadiness. The high S is somebody who's very, very faithful, right? A lot of times when you have employees who are high S, like they're not gonna leave you. If your spouse is a high S, like they're not gonna leave you. Like it's someone who's very faithful, like they're there because like they believe in you, they believe in the mission. Having people who are high S's are very powerful because they're gonna stick with you through thick and thin. The downside is a lot of times the high S's, they're so faithful to people, even when they should be leaving or they should be looking at other opportunities or options, they don't. And the last one is C. C stands for compliance. These are people who are very organized. They're the kind of person when you walk into their office, you'll notice that like everything's getting its own situation, its own spot, everything's organized. If you look at their computer, there's usually like one folder. Someone who's got a low C, their desktop's covered with 10,000 icons. So the positive is that they're very organized. The negative though, sometimes they're so organized, they can't like free flow, they can't just like go with the flow. Like it's hard for them to operate inside of chaos. And so that's what the core things are from the DISC test, D-I-S-C. Now, when you take the DISC test, typically 2 of the 4 things are gonna be higher in, right? And if you look at this, it's very rare that someone is all of them. Again, usually you're 2 of the things are really high and 2 are a little bit lower. And so when we're hiring somebody for a job or for a role, like for example, I still remember this, a couple years ago, I wanted to hire a funnel builder. I said, I want you guys to make a video to tell me why you'd be a great fit to be my funnel builder. We had over 100 people submit videos. I remember watching the videos, and from there I picked like 6 or 7 people. I was like, oh yeah, this is the right person, this is who I want to hire. And then I went to one of my coaches who's obsessed with DISC. I said, okay, these are the people I want to hire, what do you think? And she's like, these people are horrible. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, these people are all you. The people you picked were all you. They're all high D's, high I's. Like they love to be on camera, they were charismatic, they were exciting, and so you connect with them, you're like, oh, I want to hire these people. But a funnel builder, you don't want someone who's a high I as a funnel builder. Right? A funnel builder is not on stage in front of everybody. A funnel builder is behind the scenes. If you want a really good funnel builder, you need someone who's an SC, someone who's going to be very faithful and very organized. Like that's the person who's your dream funnel builder. And she said the reality is that the person you're going to hire for this role is probably not going to be the person you're going to connect with personally as much, right? They're not going to be high I. They're probably really awkward, didn't even want to send you a video because they didn't want to be shown on video. And so she had me go back through everyone, and sure enough, I found about a dozen people who didn't submit the videos but did do the personality profile. They're high S's, high C's, and from that we found my dream funnel builder now who's been with me for over 5 years. And every role there's something different. For salesperson, you want someone who's a very high I, someone who wants to be on stage, who wants to be lovable, who wants to talk and communicate with people. Like the best salespeople are all high I's, right? The best entrepreneurs are high D's. It's like you have to have all of the personalities, all the profiles to actually be successful. This is also true in your relationships. And I think in most marriages, but for sure in mine, my wife and I struggle and we fought a lot of times because I didn't understand this.
Yes, marriage, like everything good and important, isn't easy.
I'm like, why is she not wanting to do this? Why is she not? And finally, when I learned the DISC profile, she took the test, and I realized my wife is not a high D or high I. She does not want to be on camera. She does not want to be vlogging with me. That's not something that gets her excited. My wife is a high S, high C. She's very organized. How many of you guys like to see what my DISC profile is? Okay, you can actually see my DISC profile. I'll put a link down in the comments down below, but if you go to a website, it's understand.me/Russell Brunson. My DISC profile is a little unique. Most people have 2 that are high. For some reason, mine has 3. So I'm a high D. I'm like 99% D, which you could probably tell. This is why I'm a huge entrepreneur, so I like have a ton of businesses. I'm always doing things because I'm a high D. And number 2, I'm also a high I, which is why I love being on video and on stage. I like doing seminars and speaking. Like right? I want people to like me a lot. And then the third one is I'm a high S. This actually causes a lot of internal turmoil for me because of the D. I want to get stuff done at all costs. I want to smash through all the brick walls and get stuff done.
Oh yeah!
But because I'm a high I and high S, I want people to like me. The problem with that though, is because I'm so high DIS, my C is almost 0. So I have no organizational skills. If you come into my office, you will notice there's books and papers and Post-it notes, everything around it. It's chaos all the time, constantly. And so I have to have a lot of people around me who are high S, high Cs to help keep me organized, or else it becomes chaos. Now my next question for you is, are you curious what your DISC profile is? Are you curious where you fit in here? Are you curious what your spouse is? Are you curious what your kids are? Are you curious what your employees, your executive team is? If so, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go take the DISC profile for yourself. And you can actually get a free copy of the DISC profile if you go to understand.me. You go sign up there, you create a free account. Number two, what I want you to do is to get your profile and then post it in the comments down below. I'm curious from everyone who's watching our channel, watching these videos, like where do you guys line up? Are most of you guys high D, high I? Are you ISs? Are you SCs? Are you CDs? Like where do you guys fit in here? I'm really curious. And so post your profile link in the comments down below, and that way we can kind of see exactly what it is that you're doing. Step number 3 is I recommend having your significant other take the test as well. And then on top of that, I'd also recommend, I did it with my kids. I had my kids all take this, and it was like, finally, the first time I'm like, oh my gosh, I understand who my kids are, I understand what drives them, what motivates them. And then number 4 is have your entire team take the personality profile test as well. Have your business partners, your employees, your staff. When you're building a team, you're literally like assembling your own Avengers team to accomplish a goal, right? If the Avengers were like 22 Hulks, like they're not gonna be successful. The Hulk is a high D. He's like 100% D. All the other 3 are not there at all, right? He's gonna go smash through walls, be successful. But you got 12 Hulks on your team, you're not gonna win. And so by having them take the DISC profile, you understand what their strengths and their weaknesses are, and you can actually assemble a team that's gonna be successful. The last one I recommend is never hire anybody ever again until they've taken the DISC profile. That's what the DISC profile is. It literally has changed our hiring process. It's changed my relationship with my wife. It's changed my relationship with my kids. And so go take the DISC profile. It's free over understand.me. That way we have a chance to understand what your superpower is, as well as the superpowers of all the people around you.